Good morning. It's an honor to be here today in Caledon, together with our Deputy Premier, our local member for Dufferin Caledon. Thank you, Minister Jones, for joining us. And Rob Grimwood, the President of the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs. Thank you also to our acting Fire Marshal and to the other leadership right here in Caledon. And it's great to be joined also by the Mayor of Caledon. Today, we're here to celebrate a significant milestone in our ongoing work to protect the health and safety of Ontario firefighters. Our government recognizes the immense risk that firefighters face each and every day, from exposure to hazardous chemicals to the physical dangers inherent in their line of duty. They protect our communities, extinguish flames that threaten our homes, and save our lives. And it's our duty to make sure these heroes who run into danger when everybody else runs away have everything they need to protect themselves. To this end, I'm proud to announce that we are allocating $10 million to help municipal fire departments purchase essential equipment and invest in infrastructure that will enhance firefighter safety through the first ever Fire Protection Grant. This initiative, part of a $30 million investment over the next 3 years, is part of our efforts to support fire departments across the province, including those in small and rural communities. These resources are crucial to reduce the long-term effects of exposure to fire-related contaminants and chemicals. The Fire Protection Grant will support 374 municipal fire departments this year, enabling them to implement cancer prevention measures and make vital infrastructure upgrades. This grant is a significant step towards ensuring that firefighters have the necessary infrastructure and protective equipment to stay healthy and safe. And this builds on our government's work to support firefighters, including expanding presumptive coverage for thyroid, esophageal, and pancreatic cancers and skin cancers through the Ministry of Labour, because those who are sick should be able to focus on themselves and their families and not have to worry about coverage. And expanded support for mental health. I recently announced last month that this will include 24/7 service available by phone, self-screening, and assessment tools, internet-based services, and peer support, because we recognize how incredibly stressful your jobs can be. Firefighters put service over self each day, facing dangerous situations to protect their communities and all of us. And our government, under the leadership of Premier Ford, will always have your backs. And we will never stop working to support you and to protect your health. I also want to make mention of the special relationship that our government, under Premier Ford, has with the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs. And I'm delighted, Rob, that you're here today representing that association, but also the OPFFA, the Ontario Professional Firefighters Association, led by President Greg Horton. The relationship that we have with these associations is very special, and our commitment to both associations, to all our firefighters, career and volunteer, will always be absolute and constant. It's my privilege to introduce Sylvia Jones, Minister of Health, our Deputy Premier, and our local member for Dufferin Caledon. Minister.
Well, thank you. Good morning, everyone, and good morning. It's wonderful to be able to welcome Minister Kerzner to Bolton and, of course, the wonderful riding of Dufferin Caledon. It's also great to be joined by Chief Davd Pelayo and his Caledon Fire and Emergency Services team, as well as a number of our municipal partners who have joined us today. On behalf of Premier Ford and our entire government, I want to take this opportunity to extend our deepest thanks to our firefighters and our first responders for the work that you do, protecting the health and safety of Ontarians each and every day. Ontario is proud to be home of one of the most dedicated and highly trained first responder workforces in the world. Our firefighters step up day in and day out to keep communities across Ontario safe and healthy. and our government is making record investments to ensure you have the tools, the resources, and the protections you need. Today's $10 million investment will allow municipal fire departments like Station 302 right here in Caledon to purchase specialized equipment and make infrastructure upgrades, reducing the long-term effects of exposure to fire-related contaminants and chemicals. This funding will support cancer prevention measures and help keep our firefighters safe while they keep our communities safe. Our government will continue to support Ontario's firefighters and first responders to ensure they have the resources and protections they need as they work to keep people and families across Ontario safe now and for decades to come. It's now my pleasure to invite Mayor Groves to the podium to share a few words. Thank you. Stay well.
Thank you, Minister, and good morning, everyone. What a wonderful, wonderful day it is, and the sun shining today, and great to be here. I'm very happy to share that through the Ontario government's Fire Protection Grant Program, Caledon Fire and Emergency Services is receiving $74,000 critical funding that will support our firefighters' well-being while supporting the community's needs. Now we will take a moment to proudly acknowledge the land we stand on in the town of Caledon. Indigenous peoples have maintained unique and enduring relationships with this land throughout the ages. We recognize their historical connection and the significance of the land we gather on today. Specifically, we acknowledge the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Haudenosaunee peoples, as well as the Anishinaabe of the Williams Treaties. This land forms part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. In honor and respect for Indigenous heritage, we strive to protect the land, water, plants, and animals that have inhabited this area and will continue to do so for generations to come. I'd like to take a moment to recognize Councillor Dave Sheen, who is our acting mayor today. Thank you for joining us, Councillor Sheen. And this funding is a testament to our commitment to building a safer, healthier Caledon, not just for today, but for the future. This grant will support the purchase of coveralls for our firefighters. As our community continues to grow rapidly, it's critical that we invest in the well-being of our firefighters who play a vital role in protecting our residents. This grant is a significant step towards ensuring that Caledon remains a safe and thriving place to live, work, and do business. I would like to thank the Ontario government for this grant and helping acquire critical equipment to enhance firefighter health and safety. Thank you, Minister Jones. Thank you, Minister Kerzner, and thank you to the Premier of Ontario for recognizing how important these firefighters are and what a vital role they play in keeping our communities safe. Thank you, and I would now turn it over to Deputy Chief Grimwood.
Thank you, Mayor.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to be here on such an important day. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year across Ontario, more than 30,000 firefighters answer the call. They respond to help, a pure and noble calling in some of the most challenging and unimaginable conditions possible. Being a firefighter is particularly challenging today. Call volumes are rising, risks are increasing, and the roles becoming more diverse. Fire departments are experiencing challenges managing the demands related to preventing fires, training firefighters, ensuring effective health and safety programs, and responding to emergencies. This fire protection grant, a historic first, cements this government's unwavering support of Ontario's firefighters and fire departments by providing financial support for important work like preventing firefighter occupational cancer. This year, 73 more names of firefighters were inscribed on the Ontario Fallen Firefighters Memorial, bringing the total to over 1,000. Most of these firefighters died from occupational illness, predominantly cancer. This grant will allow fire departments who are experiencing tremendous financial pressures to implement important measures to prevent these firefighter cancers. Premier Ford, Deputy Premier Jones, Solicitor General Kerzner, and this provincial government have been true champions of the fire service and huge advocates for firefighter health and safety. The Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs is very thankful for this grant and for our important and meaningful partnership, and we thank you for making Ontario safer for firefighters.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, President Grimwood, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here in Caledon today. I'd like to thank Solicitor General Kerzner and Minister Jones for being here today to make this announcement, along with our partners municipally who are here to support this incredible initiative. The $30 million fire protection grant is a significant investment in Ontario's fire service and highlights the government's commitment to prioritizing the health and safety of firefighters in our province. This first-year funding of $10 million will support municipal fire departments with essential cancer prevention equipment and initiatives, as well as minor infrastructure modernization. These resources are crucial in mitigating the long-term effects of exposure to fire-related contaminants and chemicals. Firefighters die of cancer at a rate up to 4 times higher than the general population. In Canada, 50 to 60 firefighters die of cancer each year, and half of those are from Ontario. By investing in critical resources, we can enhance the safety of our firefighters and strengthen the resilience of our communities. This will help ensure that women and men that help protect our communities are protected themselves. Our office is thrilled that year one of the grant will support over 375 municipal fire departments, and I look forward to the positive impact that will have on frontline members. Thank you again to the government for their unwavering commitment to the firefighting community, and I'd now like to call Chief Pelayo to the podium to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we share this important announcement. First, I would like to thank the Ontario government and the Solicitor General's office for recognizing the critical need to support firefighters' safety through Fire Protection Grant Program. The $74,000 awarded to the town of Caledon will allow us to equip Caledon firefighters with an alternative set of clean, protective coveralls for non-fire suppression activities. This initiative is more than just an investment in equipment. It's an investment in our people. Firefighters face unique risks every day, and one of the most alarming is the exposure to carcinogens that can lead to cancer. Studies show that firefighters are up to 4 times more likely to develop cancer than the general population. With these new coveralls, we'll reduce exposure to hazardous substances, protect the public from cross-contamination, and ensure that our crews can return home safely to their families after every call. This funding is a critical step forward in our efforts to implement the recommendations of the Ontario's Firefighter Cancer Prevention Checklist. It is also a powerful reminder of what we can accomplish when we prioritize safety and prevention. As many of you know, earlier this year, Caledon Fire and Emergency Services was honored to be selected as a regional training center, the second in the GTA. This designation has cemented our position as leaders in firefighter education and professional development. It not only highlights the quality of our training programs, but also our dedication to setting a standard for health, safety, and operational excellence across the province. Together, not just responding to emergencies, we're leading the way in shaping a safer future for our community and for the fire service industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our announcement. Speakers, please stay for a photo.